Prasad.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have been a little bemused by Section 11, Clause 11 rather, and I just want to ask a few questions of the member who's acting more and more like a professor every time he speaks on this particular clause. The one point I want to make about membership is that I'm just wondering, when you look at the different types of membership in the Royal Society, there's a little part of me just asks, are there too many categories? And if there are, is this the best way to do it? So, and having said that, and maybe there's very good reason for there to be lots of different categories, because the sciences are so diverse and there are many different types of people. And does the member have a question? But Clause 11 I'm talking about. Yes, and it's about honorary members. The member might like to apply to become first a member, then an ordinary member, then you may become a honorary member. Perhaps the member might like to think about it, because I know this Chris Hipkins is thinking about applying for one of these categories as well. Now, my question is about how do you find out from the website who is an honorary member? Now, I was surprised that my colleague, Monamaki, I knew she was a member, but I did not know she was a professional member. Unless you knew the little trick that the member in the chair talked about, which and that if you have the membership title next to your name, that means something. But certainly when you go to the website, you'll click on honorary membership, and below that there is no list to say, here are the honorary members. So this, at the moment, is a bit of a mysterious category. Who are they? Where are they? Are they in New Zealand? So the member in the chair might want to just get that information. I'm sure he has it, because he's been so well informed about this bill and about science and the Royal Society that I'm sure he'll have an explanation of that. Or there might just be, that in order to know that, find out who the honorary members are, one needs to go to the list of members, go through them, and there's some there that don't have a title next to them. And I'm not recalling the title at the moment. And maybe it's them. But if that is so, then some clarification by the Royal Society would really be helpful to travellers like me. The other point I wanted to make about this particular clause, and I do salute that the opportunity that the humanities will now have to have honorary members. Now, I wonder, and the member in the chair might proffer an opinion on this, how long will it take before there are honorary members in the humanities field? Does it happen rather quickly, because humanities is being added now, so there'll be a flood of applications, I'm sure? And how long before one moves from an ordinary member to an honorary member? Because it is an important signal. It does indicate a level of contribution, eminent service to science, or in this case to humanities. There are any number of members, scientists from the humanities around who could qualify for honorary membership immediately. And I wonder whether it is envisaged that by adding the humanities in Clause 11, that it's envisaged that there will be some kind of fast track where members who are from the humanities will be able to avail themselves of this particular category. And of course, it just leads me to another rather general point I would make about membership. It's, one of the reasons why we do have perhaps not as many of our Maori people and our Pacific people in the list, the various lists, various categories. So at the moment there are some I recognise. But clearly, and as Chris Farfoy was saying, there are eminent people from the humanities who would qualify, and I would expect to see before too long that list increasing quite significantly. So the provision of Clause 11, Mr. Chairman, is a very good one. It does lead me to ask questions about the clarification of who is in this category and I'm sure the member, the chair, will take a call to explain that. Thank you.
Chester Borrows.
I move that the question be now put.
The question is that the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party votes called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
58 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
42 opposed.
Green Party.
9 in favour.
ACT New Zealand.
5 in favour.
Māori Party. Progressive.
Opposed.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Honourable Chris Carter.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 74, the noes are 43. The question will be put. The question is that Clause 11 stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. The question now is that Clause 12 stand part.